Welcome here today, ladies and gentlemen. It is race day for the NASCAR Cup Series, but we have a lot of action on the channel here today, and it's going to start off with this first full race live stream of two here today. We got a Truck Series race at Las Vegas. We got a Cup Series race at Kansas coming up later this afternoon. We're going to run some practice. We're going to test out some session qualifying today for this Truck Series race at Vegas. I know you guys wanted more of that. I had gotten that in comments when I do start qualifying again. So we're going to have a qualifying effort here tonight. Likely going to be qualifying the rest of the season for the Truck Series as we get down to crunch time. We only got 7 races to go in the regular season. We're going to hop into this one for the Strat 200 here at Las Vegas. 134 laps, 200 miles in today's race. So see you guys filing in here in the chat. King Jackson. Booty Loopy, welcome to the stream. Evan Board 23, welcome. Braden Thompson, welcome. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream. So here we go. Yep, this is going to be a lot of fun, I think, here today. We got the steering wheel in hand for this race as well as the Kansas race later. We've got predictions for Kansas coming up later this afternoon as well. So yeah, it's going to be a boatload of fun here today on the channel. Usually don't see this big of a day for the channel outside of like weekends, but with it being a race day on a weekday race with being off of work, it just all works out perfectly. So here in practice with Chase Elliott, Las Vegas. So we're going to practice the top line because that is going to be where we're going to be running the majority of this race here today. It's the first practice session we have had in the Truck Series all season. Let's get up to speed first here. And then while we're running qualifying, we are going to run laps around the bottom of the racetrack in qualifying to try and set the quick time. But I think the top side is going to be the way to go come race time. Might have carried just a little bit too much speed into 1 and 2 there. Wash up the track just a little bit. I gave myself enough room to do that, but probably want to get out of the gas just a little bit sooner. Much like that, that was perfectly done through turns 3 and 4 that time. This first lap's not going to be too bad, to be completely honest. So a 32.259 for lap 1. This is the first race of the season at Las Vegas. Now remember, we do race here one more time on this Truck Series season, and we race here in the championship race. This is where our championship race is at for the Truck Series, so could be a lot of information on the line here in tonight's race. What can we carry over from this race to the next race at Vegas later in the season? I did get the new patch, by the way. Both of them. Both the new patches are downloaded. They're on the way. And still the Xfinity Series doesn't work, even after this last patch. The custom schedules for the Xfinity Series, for whatever reason, is still not working. Actually sticking the top side really well right now too. Turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I mean, we're just hitting our marks. We're going to practice a pit stop here very soon as well. Going to run about 7 laps or so. Tire wear not really falling off too bad. I would have to assume here at Vegas it will fall off quite a bit. I know we saw some fall off in the first 2.5-mile races for the Truck Series this season at Chicagoland and last night at Kansas, but in that first race of our doubleheader yesterday at Kansas, oh wow, I thought we were going to end up in the wall off of turn 4. That was definitely cutting it close. Yeah, we're definitely running some really quick times though, that is for sure. We're gonna hit pit road this time. Have to assume the pit road speed limit's 45 miles an hour. We'll see how much speed we can carry on the pit road here this time. Racetrack, nobody behind us.
Slow down.
Boom, perfect. That was perfectly done. I mean, we carried as much speed as we could there and braked right at the right moment there. Yeah, definitely getting subs little by little. Yeah, I'm not even going to pronounce that. Whoa, what is going on here? I looked away for the... Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 15.7 second stop. We didn't even get to see what was going on. Was that real? Like, that didn't even feel real. I was looking at the chat the whole time and I just looked up and I saw the... Oh my gosh. We're gonna get up to speed here. I mean, it still registered our pit stop, but that was... That scared me for a second. I thought the PlayStation broke. Alright, well, we're gonna end practice on that note, I guess. Fastest lap was our second lap, 32.175. So we'll see what we can run in qualifying. I think this is a good setup. We'll have to see exactly how this is gonna go when we hit qualifying here, but yeah, not too bad. Yeah, that was definitely weird.
Let's go.
All right, on to session qualifying.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
One lap in round one. Top 24 advanced to round two. And we'll run a couple laps in round two and then try to stick it out through the full 5-minute session in round three. 15 minutes in session one, 10 in session two, total in 5 in the final session. But we're not going to run all the way through. We're going to just try to lay down one quick lap time here for Chase Elliott. Hopefully it's up to pace from where we were at, similar in practice. Stuck the middle line through turns 1 and 2. I saw Clay Greenfield coming out of the pits. I didn't know exactly where we were going to catch him there, so give him a little room. That might have messed the lap time up just a little bit. Elliott's going to be the first driver to complete a lap in round number 1. At the line, 32.333 was the goal, and we had a... Find the pause button. 32.018, so faster in qualifying than what we saw in any lap in practice. And boy, did we need it, because Chase Elliott qualifies 19th in the opening round. But that is good enough to get to round two. Stuart Friesen top of the charts with a 30.904 in round one of knockout qualifying. Now on to round number two. We're only the top 12 advance. We'll run a couple laps here with Chase Elliott. By the way, this is the first truck race we've used the steering wheel on NASCAR Heat 5, so... Alright. Definitely going to have to pick up the pace here in round two comparative to what we had in round one. Gonna have to stick the bottom a lot better than what we did in turns 1 and 2. in that opening round. Man, I like to think I could carry just a little more speed in 3 and 4. I just don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to be worth a risk either. Elliott down to the apron, lap 1, 32.133. That was slower than round 1. Again, Elliott has to pick up the pace. Really trying to stick turns 1 and 2 here on the second lap. This will be the final lap to try and set a time that is fast enough for the top 12 to get to the final round of knockout qualifying. Oh, just drove it in a little too deep, I believe, in turns 3 and 4. Enter the corner just a little bit harsher. A little too early. 32.059. That was actually our... So 19th again for Chase Elliott. Grant Enfinger will win round number 2. So Elliott qualifies 19th for today's race. And not our best qualifying effort at all there. Seems like we might have had some speed, but... Best Bro, welcome to the stream. The original Mr. Brick, welcome back. Alright, well, we're going to hop right into this. The Strat 200, this is what you guys were waiting for at the start of the stream, and we are going to get things started in this one. Angelo Ruck starting at the rear of the field here today. Mark Harmon does not look like he's got a fast truck at all. And Johnny Sauter scored the pole for this race at Las Vegas today. Again, this is the site of the championship on this season, this custom schedule season for NASCAR Heat 5 at the Truck Series. And here we go in this one. The green flag is in the air as Johnny Sauter will lead the field to the green. 200 miles, 134 laps. How will the initial start go? Pretty clean so far. Chase Elliott being patient, but now off of turn 2 goes 3 wide. Sheldon Creed, Christian Eckes just to the outside up here. Elliott is on the bottom. I'm sure he would like to get to his preferred lane on the top side when he can. This is going to get interesting. He's going to be able to clear Eckes before we get into turn 1. Elliott all the way to the top side now. They're really loose up there as soon as we moved up. Getting the run on Eckes. Look at the run you could get off of the outside of the corners here at Vegas. We had a huge run to the back of Tyler Ankrum. Look at this, running just a little higher than Ankrum. And look at the speed we're going to carry off of turn 4. Man, Thor Motorsport truck right behind us there. Matt Crafton about took it 3 wide up the middle, but now Elliott goes up the middle to try and make the pass on Ankrum. Going to slide up right in front of him. And get that run off the top again on Eckes. Right up the middle again for Chase Elliott in between Tyler Hill. Christian Eckes down to the bottom of the track. You can just see how much the truck runs up the hill, off the exit of the corners when we run the bottom of the track. Jesse Little, Tanner Gray were side by side, slowing each other up enough. Chase Elliott 3 wide to the bottom to take over both of those positions. Elliott now up to 12th and is working his way through the field early, but as he slides up, here comes Jesse Little with the crossover. To the bottom of the track, Tanner Gray maybe looking to follow. Again, we just can't stick the exit of the corners. Running that bottom. Here comes Elliott off the top side again. Look at the run he's got on Jesse Little. Little wanted to pull up in front of Elliott, couldn't do it, as he was forced to let him go there. Still side by side. Oh, now little clears. Maybe looking for a block on Chase. Elliott goes all the way down to the apron through the tri-oval. Trying to perhaps pull up and clear Jesse Little. Little is there on that right rear corner panel. Elliott completes the crossover and now trying to run down Brett Moffitt, who is in 11th. Moffitt's had a rough last few races. Looking to get the ball rolling again, running just outside the top 10 here in the early going to this one. The closer you can get to that wall without hitting it, that is going to be the faster line on the top side of the racetrack, as we ran there through turns 3 and 4 that time. Back to it in 1 and 2. Big run on Moffitt, gonna strike now to the inside into turn 3. Jackson Thomas, man, excuse me, welcome to the stream. Oh, Elliott overdrove 1 and 2. Gets into the wall for the first time today. Jesse Little looks like he's got a decent truck right there in the 97. Bob got back to the inside of Elliott again, but couldn't quite stay there on the left rear corner panel by the exit of the corner. Using all the racetrack at 1 and 2 again, up near the wall for Elliott. The way to go. Tyler Burbeck, welcome to the stream. Only on lap 10 here in this one. Plenty of time to go in what is another shorter race. I mean, as usual, these Truck Series races are just short in general. Definitely got to get going pretty quick. We've had some good races in the Truck Series this season. Chase Elliott has won the last 2 races on the season, winning at both Kansas and Eldora in both races of the doubleheader yesterday. Trying to go for 3 in a row here today at Vegas. Gonna alternate through the different camera angles for the first time here today. To get to see just how bumpy this racetrack is. Most people don't think of how bumpy of a racetrack Vegas is, but it is starting to age as far as the track wear goes. Again, the last reconfigured and repaved in 2006, so this track is getting some wear time on it. 15 years at the end of this season once they run there twice a year now, so it's only going to start wearing it out more and more every single time each series comes to this racetrack. Oh, Elliott overruns turns 1 and 2 again. That's the second time he's done that in the early going of the race, barely getting up into the outside wall. That's not helping the right front tire as far as the tire wear goes. We're going to have to definitely keep an eye on that throughout the course of the race today. He can run clean lap times. He can get a run here on Stuart Friesen as he is right now. Chase Elliott to the outside for 10th now on Stuart Friesen. He's not had a great start to the season either. And how about Gus Dean coming up into the picture? Dean had a huge run on Friesen behind us as we clear him off of turn 2. Gus Dean going to look now to the inside of Stuart. Chase Elliott 7 seconds off the race lead. Next stream is, again, it's going to be at Kansas later today for the Cup Series. Or kind of a pre-race. For the actual Cup Series you're going to see later tonight. That stream is going to start at roughly 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time later on. So roughly 5 o'clock for the start time of that, and it should take us pretty close to that start time. 7:30 is coverage time for the race tonight at Kansas, but I think it starts closer to 8 o'clock, so we should be able to easily get that race in about 2.5 hours or less. Kyle Busch back in 8th place right now. He had a good qualifying effort. Somebody who really had a good qualifying effort was Johnny Sauter. He started on the pole. He's already back to 7th place. Elliott had to get out of the gas spot, got in the wall, wanted to see how hard we can run on the throttle there. Kind of like a testing corner, so to say. We go back to the normal camera for now. Kyle Busch keeps running the bottom of the track. That keeps giving Elliott the run off the exit of the corner as he has here off of turn 2. Busch can't pull up and clear. Chase Elliott will take over 8th place now from Kyle Busch. Down the back straightaway and into turn 3. I wish a million people were watching. Yeah, that'd be cool. We just got to get the channel out there, you know. That's the real issue here of why the channel is as small as it is. It's still relatively new. It just needs the publicity. And once we start getting more and more viewers, it's only going to grow faster and faster, as we've kind of seen over the last couple months. Kind of another test corner there for Elliott. I really wanted to see how hard we can push the throttle in 3 and 4. It seems like we got a little more grip there than what we do in 1 and 2, although we are a little faster in 1 and 2 than what we are 3 and 4. And I don't know if that's because the bumps are a little worse and we're just getting around them better on the outside, or what the case is, but it's a little wider angle than what turns 3 and 4 are also. Might have taken the wrong lane there. Probably should have stayed around the top to try and get around Todd Gilliland. It's Todd Gilliland in the 38. Oh, just going to pull up and clear him, and now trying to use Mike Harmon as a pick to the outside. Sauter has to split around him, and Chase Elliott will overtake Sauter for 6. Grant Enfinger rounding out the top 5 for now, but how much longer will that hold up? Ben Rhodes in 4th place as well, only about a second ahead of Elliott. So Elliott's truck is coming in at this point in the run. Chase going to go all the way to the bottom of the track now on Enfinger. Down to the apron. Through the tri-oval, trying to hopefully clear Enfinger before we get into turn 1. Elliott will be able to do that. Back to the outside again. Ross Chastain sitting in the 3rd position. The only repeat winner we've had this season is Chase Elliott, who has 6 wins on the year. So he clears Ben Rhodes now for 4th place. Austin Hill is in 2nd. Again, another great performance early in this race. He definitely looks like he could be a championship contender as we're in the middle of the season. He's had great trucks. He just hasn't had the luck to find victory lane yet. But if he could just tick off 1 or 2 wins before the playoffs, kind of get a little bit of more momentum rolling and actually get the finishes he deserves, I think Austin Hill's looking like he could be a real threat. We're still about 3 seconds behind where Austin Hill's at right now. Also, remember, we did qualify for this race, and it just wasn't a good qualifying effort. After qualifying 19th. We ran pretty good lines for the most part. We're only getting more and more comfortable as the race carries on. Big run off of turn 4 here. On Ross Chastain through the tri-oval now. To his inside. Into the passing lane now. On the inside into turns 1 and 2 for Chase Elliott. And he'll overtake the 3rd position. Chase Elliott again working his way through the field. 3 seconds off the lead. Generated rookie driver Marcus Hook. Sitting 2nd in the point standings coming into this race today. And has been in 2nd place for a few races now. He's got about a 1-second lead on Austin Hill as he tries to work through the lap traffic. And he is looking for his first win of the season and of course of his career. Hasn't really had much winning speed, but he's just been consistently in the top 10 for the majority of these races through the first 9. This is now the 10th race of the season. Another little mistake there by Elliott. Turns 1 and 2. Definitely running better, more smoother through turns 3 and 4 than 1 and 2. But we are faster in 1 and 2. He's got to be able to handle the speed as this race carries on. Austin Hill is now caught behind a lap truck or two. Elliott with a big run though to the inside. Is Hill going to move down now to try and make that pass on Joe Nemechek? No, he's still staying to the outside. He had nowhere to go there. Elliott with the quick run to the bottom. Chase Elliott up to 2nd place easily off of turn 2 on Austin Hill. Was still fading back, and now Chastain is within a second of trying to get around Hill for 3rd. Marcus Hook with about a 2-second lead. It is dwindling comparative to where Chase Elliott's at, but he did expand his lead ahead of Hill before Hill had that heavy lap traffic to work with for a second. Could have, of course, also costed Marcus Hook his time. Could have had a much bigger lead if it wasn't for that. Elliott was about 7 seconds off the lead at the most before he started to cut back into it again. Before the truck really started to come alive in the second half of the run. But the tires are wearing out. We're down to 20% on that right front. It's getting pretty worn out right now. So green flag pit stops will be coming very shortly, and hopefully Elliott can get to the lead before he has to make that first stop of the race today. Yeah, Marcus Hook keeps going to the bottom of the track. Now he moves his line up, but Elliott runs just a hair bit higher. Hook ran more of the middle line there through turns 3 and 4. Elliott's going to get a big run off of turn 4 through the tri-oval. Here he comes. Elliott down to the apron. Hook leads the lap at the line, but Elliott is there side by side for the lead into turn 1. Chase Elliott going for the home run, and he's got it. Beautiful work at the bottom of the track there. Washing up off the exit of the corner. Chase Elliott will lead his first lap of the race this time by. As we've gone caution free through the first 30 laps of the race. So it takes Chase Elliott 30 laps to get to the front of the field. Just the 3rd mile-and-a-half race this season. Through the first 10. Still trying to keep an eye on that right front tire. Hopefully we can make it to about 100 to go. I really like the handling of the truck, and it does come in late. I mean, we could loosen it up just a hair more, but I really don't want it to be too loose. I think we're going to make a small adjustment, though. It won't be major, maybe like a half a round of wedge instead of a full round.
Go easy on the tires.
All 32 trucks still on the racetrack right now, as well as you see Harmon in last place currently. to go along with the caution-free race up to this point. So on lap 34 right now. Chase Elliott going to pit this time, or is he going to try to run it one more lap? I think he can make it one more lap. Trying to stretch this opening run out as far as he can. Oh man, that gets about pulled down right in front of Elliott to hold on to the lead lap. There are now 16 drivers that are currently on the lead lap in this one. So it looks like Chase Elliott will be the first driver to hit pit road, as he will pit this time by. Got the practice pit stops here. Has the open room to run. 45 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. Timed it perfect again. So maybe not as perfect. We had to save that right front, making sure it didn't blow, locking the brakes. Half a round of wedge adjustment coming up for Chase Elliott, maybe to help the truck out just a little bit more. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel, and no need for any damage repair. I think they need longer than a 10-minute practice session, Tyler, for the Daytona road course. Man, we're having the same glitch here, so I don't know what it is. Well, we saw this in practice where we're having this major glitch on pit road, and I don't know if that's just Vegas or Vegas in the truck series, what it is, but it does not look pretty. 4-tire stop there for Chase Elliott, just under 16 seconds. So he works his way back up onto the racetrack again. And trying to get up to speed. So Chase Elliott is currently a lap down. 31.916 is the fastest lap he has ran today. That is faster than any lap at practice or qualifying. Remember, he did not even qualify with a lap time in the 31-second barrier, nor did he practice with a lap that fast. So only getting faster the more and more we can figure this track out with this race truck, and hopefully this wedge adjustment will make it just a tad bit faster than even before. Caution is out. Wow, that is a huge moment. So caution is out as Marcus Hook leads, as Elliott is a lap down after pitting early. He's going to lose all that track position because now he's going to have to stay out to take the wave around. Christian Eckes will get the free pass in 16th. Elliott was scored in 20th. 97, actually 96 for the leader. So 96 laps to go at the timing of that first yellow. That couldn't have been worse timing for Chase. Just came off a pit road 2 laps ago. And the rest of the field had not yet pit. So Elliott will have to take the wave around, which means he's going to have to restart at the rear of the field here, along with Christian Eckes, who got the free pass. Only 2 lap older tires isn't going to make a difference, even at Vegas. That is a much bumpier track. But now Elliott's got to come from the rear. 93 to go. Green flag is back in the air. Marcus Hook won the race off at pit road up at the front of the field there. And now we get to see Elliott come from the rear for the first time today. Pretty solid restart, though, for Chase Elliott, not wanting to waste any time at all. Getting around these backmarker trucks at the rear. Trying to slide up in front of Jason White. It's not going to work. 3 wide off the exit of turn 4. Joe Nemechek to the inside. Remember, we did make a half a round of wedge adjustment, so the truck might be just a hair looser to help with speed. And we made it through that 3 wide battle with no contact. That battle was not for position, though. Both the trucks that were around us there were a lap down. Jesse Little, the next driver, for position ahead of us. And Christian Eck is still stuck about a second behind us. Up the middle goes Elliott. Oh no, clipping the 2 truck there, and around goes Eckes. Or sorry, around goes Sheldon Creed, my bad. Caution is out for the 2nd time. Elliott just tried to clear Sheldon Creed off of turn number 2. Just clipped him enough. And as Creed loses the front end off of 2, wrecks down the backstretch. As Austin Hill had taken the lead on the restart there, so caution will fly for the 2nd time today. And this will bunch the field back up again. Remember, DNFs are on from what you guys are saying for the championship mode, so definitely got to be careful. And that is very unfortunate there for Sheldon Creed. Austin Wayne Self will get the free pass in 18th. And it looks like everybody's going to stay out again here. A couple drivers at the very end of the field will pit. I believe that was Mike Harmon and Angela Ruck.
All right, now be smart out there. Going green. Are you ready? Green, green, green. Inside.
So green flag back in the air. Let's try this again. Elliott now restarted from the middle of the pack. So at least to bunch the pack up, but that is not the way he wanted to get up here. It was very tight off of turn 3. We just tried to pull up to get out of the way as we were 3 wide middle in the center of the corner. We just did not clear Creed in time off the exit. Oh, very close to the wall there to 3 and 4. Elliott trying to let it all hang out. Big side draft though on Ty Majeski. Can't quite stay right with him though. But he still had that run up the top side. Actually able to drive it in pretty deep for the most part there. Oh, Crafton slides up off the exit. Oh man, and the 24 and the 45 about got into each other off of turn 2. Bottom of the track goes Elliott now to make a move on Crafton. Right in front of Ty Majeski. Again, can't hold the bottom that well, and here comes Majeski. Oh man, and didn't clear him there. Oh no! And Elliott hits the wall hard. Caution will fly. Oh no! Problems for Chase Elliott. Unbelievable. Tried to clear. And hits the wall hard in the center of the tri-oval. Tried to clear Majeski to the inside through the tri-oval, got clipped and up into the wall went Elliott. Right in the center of the corner. With a hard hit to the outside wall, bringing out the 3rd caution of the race. I think I know the issue and the problem. I think my steering wheel disconnected again. Yeah, that wasn't my. I was gonna say, man, we got clipped, or we clipped ourselves, but I didn't think the truck was gonna turn into the outside wall like it did that drastically. My steering wheel disconnected. Yeah, it disconnected. I had to reconnect it again there. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. So the steering wheel disconnects. For whatever reason, we had that problem. What track was it we had that problem? I think it was the first time. Yeah, we've only used the steering wheel twice. The only other time we used it was in the Cup race at Texas. And the steering wheel disconnected there also. So DNF, and remember, nobody else DNF before us, so that means that will be a last place finish for Chase Elliott. And that points lead has dwindled going into Dover. Take a look at your race results here in this one. Austin Hill gets his first win of the season and locks himself into the playoffs now. Grant Enfinger second. Then you have Gustine in third. Marcus Hook fourth. Led a lot of laps early on. Chastain fifth. Johnny Sutter sixth. Matt Crafton in seventh. Jesse Little with a great run in eighth. He definitely looked fast early on. Then you got Riley Herbst, Kyle Busch rounding out the top 10. Herbst being in ninth. And as far as DNFs go, might have had more than just one because Harmon was back there. Again, tough to tell what happened after us because Chase Elliott was the first driver to DNF in the race. Yeah, the control... Man, I don't know what the problem is there. I don't know if that's with this game or what keeps happening, but that's the second time the steering wheel has disconnected. But luckily at Texas, we didn't DNF when it happened. We DNF'd when it happened here. I'm scared to use the steering wheel again, honestly. I was going to use it for Kansas later today in the Cup Series, but... I'm honestly scared to use it again because we're 2 for 2 on NASCAR Heat 5 with the steering wheel disconnecting. Yeah, that was a short stream. Man, Austin Hill, though, gets his first win of the season. He moves up to 5th in the points. So 5 different winners now in the first 10 races of the season. That was not my fault. Well, I mean, it was my fault. I clipped the 45 of Majeski, but then the controller, not the controller, I was using the steering wheel. So the steering wheel disconnected right after we made contact. I'm honestly scared to race with the steering wheel again because I'm afraid that's going to keep happening. We're 2 for 2. And it's been in 2 different series also. I don't know if that's a problem with Heat 5 or if that's just a problem with my steering wheel. Because the aux cord that it comes with is automatically connected into the back of the steering wheel. I can't unplug it. So if something is wrong with the actual aux cord itself that it keeps disconnecting, I don't know if that's even fixable with this steering wheel. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I might have to use the controller. That sucks, because I love using the steering wheel, too. I've never had an issue with it up until the last 2 times I've gone to use it now, and it keeps disconnecting on me. And it caused us to DNF here today, where the first time it didn't. I didn't think that was going to be possible. I figured, you know, the controller would disconnect, it wouldn't DNF us, but if that's going to be an issue, I think we're going to have to say goodbye to the steering wheel, unfortunately. Yeah, use the controller for the Cup race. Yeah, I think that's going to be the safest way to go here. That's unfortunate. So I guess that's going to end this one. Very short-lived here today at Vegas, to say the least. Austin Hill gets the win Chase Elliott with a DNF. That is my first DNF on NASCAR Heat 5. But it was because the steering wheel disconnected for the second time we've used the steering wheel this year now. Could not get it connected in time, unfortunately, for us to save from hitting the wall. So that was a very, very tough break. We go into Dover for the next truck race. Not sure when the next truck race exactly is going to be. But hopefully we can get things situated. I'll see you guys later on. We might end up moving the start time up for that Kansas race now because this race got over way sooner than I expected. We had about 90 to go at the time of that caution. So we only got just over 40 laps into the race. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content with realistic full race live streams here on NASCAR Heat 5. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the short-lived race, the commentary, the video in general, and I will see you guys later on today at Kansas.